Alright, what's the deal? Real quick, easy video, real quick about how to make $10,000 as a beginner and the easiest way to do it, what business it is, and how you can go about doing it with little to no money. So if you don't know me, this is your first time at my channel. My name is Millie. I do something called wholesaling real estate. I've been doing it for a little bit now. I made a decent amount of money with it. I'm not rich and I'm by far not the best, but I do know for sure I can vouch for it, because I've made $10,000 multiple times doing it, and it doesn't really cost me that much money, and I run it solo. I don't really have a big business setup, so you can do this by yourself. Wholeheartedly, you can make it minimum at least $100,000 a year by yourself, or it's very easy to quit your job if you really want to quit your job just doing this. So wholesaling real estate, if you don't know, is when you take a house, you put it under contract for a set price with a motivated seller. Mind you, that price is at a discount, right? So that house that's at a discount has some equity into it that you can then assign to an investor that's willing to buy that house for a higher price, because that contract you have with the motivated seller, at that discounted price, you have equitable right and interest to sell that piece of paper. So you're not really selling the house, you're selling a piece of paper, the agreement you have with the motivated seller, and you then assign that to an investor that likes to buy houses in your area, which is very easy to do if you have a really good deal. I have both contracts in my bio or description, whichever one. They're free. You could download them at free as you want, right? And sorry if I'm getting straight into it, but I'm trying to speed through this because it's really that simple. How you can go about finding leads. How do you find these motivated sellers? The easiest way to find these motivated sellers as a beginner is getting the Demo Machine app, which I use. It's in my bio too. You can click on that link and get started. And you literally drive around your neighborhood and find distressed houses. You add them on the Demo Machine app, and Demo Machine skip traces them for you for free automatically. And if you don't know what skip tracing is literally just getting the contact information on the individual that you're looking for. In this case, it'll be the information of a property owner, right? And you just call those leads. How many would I say you need to add? I say if you can add 1,000 Demo Machine leads, then fine. I think you can definitely get a deal out of 1,000 Demo Machine ads. So it's very simple. You call those, you be consistent, and that's really all you need. Demo Machine doesn't cost that much, especially for the return you're gonna get when you get a deal. So just be consistent with it. It works. I promise you it works. So when you call these sellers, what do you really want to say? You really want to just ask them simple and easy. Hey, are you the owner of 123 Main Street? Whatever the address is, ask them, are they the owner? If they say no, okay, sorry, I got the wrong number. My apologies. If they say yes, then you simply go and ask them, have you ever thought about selling a house? Would you be interested in an offer on the house? And see what they say then. And what you want to look for, you really want to pay attention to why they want to sell it, right? Because if they don't really have a need to sell it, you'll just be wasting a lot of time. And mind you, you could still wholesale a house if they're not super serious and they just want to sell it. But you want to steer away from them. You want to really put a lot of time on the people who need to sell, because eventually the house is going to get sold because they need to sell it for whatever reason. So you want to pay very good attention to that, right? The motivation of why they want to sell, that is what you want to look for, a motivated seller, right? So then you want to go through the other 3 pillars. Well, it's 4 pillars. That was motivation is one of them. The other 3 are price, timeline, and condition. So for this scenario, you're already seeing the house, so you can kind of guess how the condition is going to be. You already know it's going to need some type of work, or you know it's vacant, right? So that's already kind of easy, but you still want to talk to them about the condition, like, hey, what's the condition of the house? But you kind of want to do that like second to last, right? So after you get the motivation, you want to get the price. You want to know where they're at in the price. If it's way too high, don't waste your time, but you can always still shoot them an offer. Always make an offer. Always make an offer. I don't care if they say, I want 200,000, and you know that's way too high. The house ain't worth 200,000. Still shoot them an offer, you know, because it's a numbers game. so to speak. It's a numbers game. So you shoot them off or get a price. They say yes or no, whatever. They say yes to your offer. Then you, like I said, you get that contract, the purchase and sales agreement. You send it over via DocuSign, have them sign it, or you meet up with them in person. The contract is 1 page. It's very easy. You can figure this out. I promise. So then, so what we went over: condition, motivation, price, and timeline. Oh, timeline. So even before you even like get this under contract, you want to ask like, hey, how soon are you looking to sell? That also kind of ties in with the motivation. So you could kind of ask that first or before the motivation. It's just whatever. Just go with the flow, really. Don't. I try to tell people when you're cold calling, don't really try to stick to a script so much. You really just want to have a conversation with a person and just go with the flow. But you want to make sure you figure those 4 things out as you go and have this conversation with this property owner. So you want to figure out the timeline. You know, how soon are you looking to get this done? Especially if they're living in it, right? You want to figure out how soon are they looking to get this house sold? How long will they need to move out? Yada yada, for whatever reason. And a lot of times the motivational reason will come with that timeline price. It's all tied into each other. Just have a really good conversation with the person. Don't come off sounding super salesy or whatever. But yeah, that's that. And like I said, if it's a good deal, then you literally will just be able to assign that contract you have with them to an investor that will buy it for a higher price. So if you found a house and you got it under contract at $50,000, and the house fix up is worth $150, and it doesn't need a lot of work, you could then sell that house at that current condition with a paper to an investor for $60,000, and you make the $10,000 in between. And it's really as simple as that. I can't overcomplicate it. I got an ebook in my description too, if you want to have something in your pocket that you can pull out to answer any of your questions, or look at the scripts that I have in there too. So it's literally as simple as that. Anybody can do it. I've done it. If I can do it, you can do it, So comment down below if you have any questions. I'm free and open. I try to comment as much as I can, respond to comments. I'm better at responding to comments than I am on Instagram, but I'm trying to get better at this. I really just do wholesaling, really. So, I do this YouTube stuff sometimes. But yeah, if you like the information, hit the like button, comment, and subscribe, please. I appreciate it.